Hi, my name is Kate, and the question I've been asked, the first question is my perception of what it means to be humble. My perception comes from my Christian background, and also me being a believer has shaped what I believe a humble person should be. And that is a person who serves others. That is a person who doesn't think of his or herself more highly than others. This is not having a low self-esteem or wearing your shoulders down or having a sad face. This is basically just making sure that you think of other people, like in whatever you're doing, consider what will be the effect. What the effect will be on other people rather than it just being me, 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 me. So that is, a simple version of what I believe a humble person is. Well, the best example that comes to my mind is the example of Jesus washing the feet of his disciples. He was God, he was leader, but he stooped down and washed dirty feet. So that's an example for me of what I should be doing in serving others. And I grew up in Nigeria, which is a patriarchal society whereby it's a man's world back there, and the picture of a family is the man sitting down reading his newspaper, crossing his legs, while the woman is always in the kitchen taking care of the kids or having to do all the work in the house. But even though I grew up in this society, my father wasn't that way. I saw him being hands-on, helping my mom in every way that he could, be it with laundry, be it with cooking. So this level of humility I could see from him really, really impacted my life and taught me the importance of serving others. So he's been, a blessing to me and a very positive example of what it means to be humble. Being around a humble person, for me, it makes me feel free, makes me feel welcome. And this is something I hope, I'm able to do when people are around me, portraying that, making sure I exemplify that, and making sure people are comfortable, happy, and feel welcome whenever I'm around.
Hi, my name is Olivia, and I'm a senior at Plano East Senior High. And for me, humility means I believe that people who put others before themselves and have servant hearts are the people who are really fulfilling what Christ wants us to do. And they have the kindness that I believe we all should pursue. And I think as a millennial, as someone who surrounds themselves with teenagers, it's less common to see humility than I might when we grow into ourselves and we decide who we want to be. I think it's really common in the high school community for there to be people who try to put each other down because we're not really sure where we're going in life yet. But my hope is that when we grow spiritually and into ourselves as adults, we will develop that humble appearance that Christ would want us to have. And for me, a humble person, even if this is a coincidence, it has nothing to do with the fact that you're representing Exodus. I think Tiffany Jones would be the best example of a humble person, because I worked with her week after week with the children, and I know the work she puts in. And she never complained. She just had a servant heart. She worked with those kids like they were her own, and I believe she's the best example to me. I got to look up to her every week, and that's essentially what I believe about humility.